Welcome back to another video. My name's Carl Gosling and we're going to do a quick 10-minute review of Pinball FX2, the virtual reality version. This isn't a new game, it's been out quite a while, but I thought it deserved some attention because I'm a big fan of pinball. You might have seen some of my other videos where I visit pinball halls around the UK, and play a bit of that. And so to be able to play it in VR really caught my attention. I've played visual pinball, Pinball FX on the computer on a normal monitor, but to do it in VR, of course, well, surely that's got to be better. And to answer that question, it definitely is. Right from the word go, I'm going to tell you now, if you like pinball, get Pinball FX2 VR. It's absolutely brilliant. There's not a huge selection of tables, but the tables that are there have been done really well. I mean, if you're familiar with Pinball FX, you know the guys over at Zen Studios do really good visuals, really good audio. The presentation's always really well done, in their normal console and PC pinball games. And the VR edition is no different. The whole thing's well presented. The graphics are lovely. The sound is lovely. The physics is as you would expect from a Pinball FX game. If you're used to them, again, on the console or the PC, you'll be familiar with the physics. Some say it's not as accurate as perhaps visual pinball or some others, almost a little bit arcadey perhaps. And I might tend to agree with that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a good, fun game. And after all, fun is why we play things. So yeah, I think there's about 9 tables all in all, possibly 10. Like the Ultimate Edition bundle, I think, is about £22–23 on Steam. So not bad money. You should definitely go grab it if you're into your pinball. And like I say, I really haven't got anything bad to say about it. The environment you're in, there's 3 tables that are always present at once, and you can flick between those 3 just by looking at it and pressing the button on the controller. If you want to then switch those tables out for other ones, you go into the main menu and you choose from your list of all the tables available which ones you want in your little mini pinball arcade layout, I suppose you could call it. You can stand up and play at the table using the triggers, I think it is, on the Oculus controllers, and stand there and play just as if you're stood at a real pinball table. You can also play it sat down because you can adjust the height and position of the table. And I often play it sat down, to be honest, if I'm going to be playing it for a little while, because it's all too easy almost to forget that you're in VR and try and lean on the table when of course it isn't really there. Or try and nudge it, like you would in real life. And of course there's nothing there in front of you and you can end up falling over yourself, and nobody wants to see that. Or maybe you do want to see that. But in any case, you can play it stood up, you can play it sat down, you can adjust everything to how you want it. And going back to the number of tables available, people might say, oh, there's only 9 tables or 10 tables, whatever it is. I think sometimes having too much choice about what to play means we don't put in the focus, the time, the energy to learn what we've got in front of us. If you've got 2,000 pinball tables to choose from, you can't tell me you're going to spend the time on each one and get the most out of each table and learn everything there is to know about that table. I almost prefer only having a small selection, because that way you're going to pick 1 or 2 that you really like and you're going to play the hell out of those tables until you learn everything there is to know about them and be the best you can be. I think it's similar to when you have emulators on your computer, 5,000 Sega Mega Drive games available. How do you choose what to play? Or like loading up Netflix and trying to choose something to watch. You almost spend 2 hours trying to choose what you want to fucking watch in the first place because there's so much choice. Sometimes it's easier if there isn't too much choice. So only having a small selection of tables I actually think is a good thing, especially as there are some really great tables there. I think the Back to the Future table is probably my favourite, or maybe the Walking Dead. Actually, they're both on par and probably 2 of my favourites. But what we're up to, almost 5 minutes. It's going to be a short review because I have nothing but good things to say about this, and it's pinball. If you like pinball, if you're into virtual reality, which you probably are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, then go out and buy Pinball FX2. It's worth every penny and you'll have a great time. So that's my review. Everything's good, the graphics are good, the sound's good, the presentation's good, the physics is Pinball FX physics, the price is good, the tables you have available to you are good. Just go buy it if you like pinball. Job done. Quick, easy review. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you all next time and take it easy.